1326. Attention. Target anchor lost. No response from base. Traceback 2 is about to pass the event horizon and enter the black hole. We are stuck in this loop. This never-ending journey.
Love in Deepspace is a pure, cinematic experience. Is this even a mobile gacha game? It feels like a good AAA game like the Final Fantasy series or the Kojima games except on the phone. And you should play this game, even if you're a straight male. And do you know why? So you have an understanding, appreciation, a realization that a gacha game that makes millions a month does not need to be completely mediocre all the time and waste your time. Firstly, this is a great looking mobile game. And do you know something interesting? What we are seeing right now on the screen is in-game graphics for a mobile game. It's not a pre-render. Like, this woman looks gorgeous. I'd have sex with her, along with all the other men. Let's be honest here. And all of the lips are synced with the voices. Interesting. You know, Genshin could never. And I'm not even on the highest graphics settings. There is one above mine, because I only got the 4090. We'll have to wait for the 5090 to come out, or buy a free $1,000 phone to play this game. Or someone's gonna donate one to my charitable organization with 95% admin fees.
Silas, it's okay for me to purchase a few items with your card, right?
Don't bother me with such trivial matters.
I'll take this for 1 million. Please run.
This game is a very well polished, finely crafted, intelligently designed experience. A lot of cutscenes are fully animated, rather than just two people standing next to each other talking with no voice acting. None of the main story content feels like filler. Dialogue is good, voice acting is good. It's like a movie. And there's a reason a movie is 1 hour long rather than 5 hours. You gotta cut the fat and get to the good parts. And I know this is the case because I never felt any desire to skip dialogue. Now, there is dialogue with NPCs, as there should be, but it is always to move the story along, and it is all voice acted. I have never spent 30 minutes talking to random NPCs with no voice acting on some dumb mandatory side quest with no relation to the plot or the main characters. You know, to me, it is very strange that this is a foreign concept to a lot of games. Next, let us talk about the combat. It's pretty good, but it's not the best. It plays somewhat similar to Wuthering Waves or Final Fantasy Remake, except unlike those games, it lets you move away from an enemy to dodge an attack, making it slightly easier. For a lot of games, the enemy usually jumps at you if you don't dodge or parry in time for some attacks. In this game, if you aren't good at perfect dodges, you can just move away or stay out of range. However, this game does incentivize perfect dodges, as it boosts your support skill. The husbando you bring into combat uses the support skill, and more uses of that means taking down the enemy faster. This game rewards you for being skilled, but also allows a less skilled player to beat the game. I believe that is good design for accessibility. For resource farming, you play a combat stage once, and then you just sweep it. In other words, instantly complete it. I mean, that saves so much time. I don't understand why all games don't do that. And even with auto combat, I could have 4 or 5 gacha games running on my computer at the same time. And there's no reason why I have to do that, okay? Regardless, the combat stages actually feature unique mechanics. For example, This one has a monster where you need to direct his attack to a lemon, which somehow stuns the enemy. This one absorbs love letters that you need to collect, or he does some sort of attack with them. And this one has bubbles you need to destroy within a certain time. You know, that is pretty unique, so I think that's pretty cool. On a side note, I find it funny that my name is clearly a male name, and clearly female players are willing to accept my friend request. I don't know why, but I find that funny. Now let's talk about the gacha. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but the gacha is for different versions of the male characters. I have zero urge to pull for them or spend for them, and it got nothing to do with them being male. Firstly, you play as the female character, so why would I care about pulling for the party member that I can't control? Also, the male characters have 3 and 4-star versions along with the 5-star version. So I feel this game doesn't really push you to spend, which ironically resulted in this game earning more than all the other games, weirdly enough. Now I do have an issue with the 5-star characters though. This one is the one 5-star character I pulled. You may notice his picture looks a bit different from all the other characters, and his character page is animated. So what do you think I see when I click on this? You know, I really don't want to see that, okay? The only way around this is to understand it takes some time for the game to load the animation. So you need to go into his page, level him up quickly, and exit in a couple seconds. So overall, that's just a skill issue. But I'm fine with it, I suppose. Next, we need to talk about the male characters and the experience you will have with them, as that is a key aspect of the game. We have 4 characters currently. We have the colleague with the friendly personality. We have the doctor who is a professional and strict. We have the artistic type guy. And we also have this guy.
3 days, but we're still unable to achieve even a simple resonance. How disappointing.
What do you want?
You went through all that trouble to enter the N109 zone. I must fulfill my duty as your host.
My family's deaths. You're behind them, right?
Family.
Look, ladies, regardless of what you say in public, this man may have killed your entire family, but deep down, in your primal desires, if any of these characters were to impregnate you, it would be this guy. And then you married a doctor. Let's not lie to ourselves, okay? Now with these male characters, you can go on dates with them, interact with them during cutscenes, change their clothes, and decorate their office desks, as the typical male desk is usually littered with garbage and diet soda bottles. I'm not really going to talk about any of the interactable cutscenes, but I do want to talk about this weekly activity. So this one is a claw machine minigame where you go on a date with your husbando, where you both try working the claw machine. And you get a cute little plushie out of it to collect. That's so cute. Definitely something a woman would like. And this is a realistic claw machine, by the way, because I can't grab the damn plushie. It's rigged. And that's exactly what you'd expect from a claw machine. You know, that is an immersive experience right there, okay? Now, there is a problem with the game. If you are a man, you will not be interested in this, so what do? Well, I think you have two options. You can pretend you are the male character and you are dating the female main character, or you pretend your main character is male and you are interested in the two fine ladies that you interact with on an occasional basis. Unfortunately, that's the only options you got.
Well, that's it for today. Wanna grab a bite to eat?
Moving on to special events. I have only experienced one, and it is just baking a cake for the husbando, an event specifically designed for the target demographic. You know, a simple concept that seems to be missing from a lot of games. A lot of gacha games, not all, will try to fill the void of time, waste your time, by making some random stupid minigame that has low production values, or a time-consuming event with zero relation to the plot or character development. You know, sometimes it works, but usually it doesn't. Now, based on that, what do you think baking the cake involves? Is it a minigame? Is it talking to random NPCs for 30 minutes with no voice acting? No. I go here, order the ingredients, wait until they arrive, and add it to the cake. And also the event includes some animated voice cutscenes with the husbando. That's it, simple. You're just giving the target demographic exactly what they're looking for and not wasting time, resources, money on making things that nobody asked for. I mean, it seems so crazy to me that this is a foreign concept to a lot of companies. Deepspace keeps things simple. The homepage is clean and uncluttered, unlike a lot of other games. The UI is beautiful, and it is very easy to understand where things are. For example, the date button is something men should not click. The music is also very nice. And currently I just have 5 materials that I sweep instantly. Money, XP potions, and free ascension materials. That's it. Why do we need 100 materials? We don't, okay? And that is love and Deepspace in a nutshell. Outside of combat, which is okay. The polish, the production values, the simplicity, the focus on the target demographic, you know, puts to shame a lot, not all, of high-budget gacha games. Which is why I'm not surprised it makes so much more money based on how simple it is. Not surprised at all. Now I want to be clear here, we are comparing it to other high-earning gacha games. I'm not comparing Love in Deepspace to low-earning gacha games. That would not be fair. Also, if this game released a female version with Japanese girls or anime girls, you know what? That would be the #1 gacha game on Sensor Tower Monthly every single month by far. Let's be honest. Because that is the way.